Hey, it's Cobra here at MaddenGuides.com. And for this Madden Tips video breakdown, I want to show you something called hot routing a defender to blitz versus not hot routing a defender to blitz. And what got me thinking about doing this video was in an earlier video I showed, it's called 3-4 under OLB Strike 2. This particular blitz, I did not hot route a defender to blitz. Instead, I manually took control of him even though he was in a hook zone. And I was able to create pressure from the left outside linebacker despite not hot routing anybody to blitz. And that's what I want to show you. I want to show you the differences between the two. And let me just say this, it's preference, and both of them have their advantages and disadvantages. For this video breakdown, I'm going to show you a couple different defenses. First off, we're going to start off with the 3-4 under OLB Strike 2 because that's the one I showed. And then I'll show you another defense from another formation as well. So let's go ahead and get on the field here and get into the breakdown and kind of just show you what the differences are. And hopefully this will kind of give you an idea of my thought and maybe get your thoughts too as well of what you guys like to do. But at any rate, so this is the defense we're going to run. This is the 3-4 under outside linebacker strike 2, or OLB for short. And that's going to be out of the Ravens playbook. And then for the offensive play, just for the breakdown, I just want to use this curls play out of the iForm Pro. So that's the defense we're going to start off with. This is the one that I used in that breakdown, so I figure I might as well go ahead and use the same defense to show you, at least initially. All right, so here we are on your screen there. As you're looking at it, you can see that we're in a cover 2, and I'm in control of this specific linebacker right here, which is just going to be this guy right here. So what I want to do, the first thing is I want to go ahead and just re-hot route him to blitz and go ahead and do that. Now, some of us will do this right here, and hopefully he'll get the pressure, and then we'll like to switch off. Maybe we'll control a safety, or maybe we might control this linebacker here. That's all preference. If you want to do that, that's fine. What the idea of this is, and hopefully we'll get the pressure on the quarterback as far as from here on with this particular setup that I'm showing. And if not, I'll show you another thing we can do to make sure we get it. So he comes off the edge, and we get the pressure right there. So that's fine. Okay, what a lot of us will do is, while we're in control of the other defender, and that's why we'll switch off, is that way we can go ahead and control another defender, even though this guy is going to blitz. And I didn't really control him because I was just watching the play, but this guy right here, the one I'm in control of, I can, defend the short middle of the field with him if I wanted to. I could have took that away. So that's that right there, okay? Another thing some of the guys might do, you might see some guys do, is they might go ahead and stay in control of this guy and go ahead and blitz him as well. So let's go ahead and blitz him. And then what they'll do is they'll drop him back into this area here. Maybe try to take that away as far as that, pass to the tight end or something over the middle. Maybe as we go back in here, let's go back in here real quick and take a look at this. I'm just trying to show you some different examples of things that might go into play. So what they'll do is they'll go ahead and allow him to go ahead and blitz, at least initially. The idea of this is, if you look at it, is to get this center to look to block him. And then once the linebacker that they're hoping to gets the pressure on the quarterback, in this case it's linebacker here, then they'll go ahead and drop him back into coverage and try to take away the short middle of the field. Something else they might do, let's go and do another thing on here, a couple more things there as you look at this one. Maybe they'll go ahead and put this guy in the middle read, and then this guy right here is the one I'm in control of. I'm going to go ahead and blitz him again. Show you what will happen here. So they'll go ahead and blitz him, and then they'll go ahead and try to get him out here to go ahead and cover that defender that offensive player that was going out into the flat, or maybe drop him back into curl flat. Let's do the same thing there, same thing as we go with this, just so you can watch. So they'll allow him to do that, and then they'll try to run out here and defend him. Hopefully they'll get the pressure on the quarterback, and that's some of the other things that you might see with this setup. Let's do it one more time here so you can see it again. Put this guy in the middle read and take control of this guy. And then we're just going to allow him to blitz. Now, hopefully you don't get caught up and you don't do it too early. And then you're just going to try to get off the edge and get that pressure. Okay, so that's something else that guys will do. And I want to show you what I showed in the video that I showed earlier. I'm going to go ahead and take him up here and do the same. Basically, I'm going to get the exact same results by doing this. And he's going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and blitz this guy off the edge. He's going to get the pressure, right? And with him, this time I'm going to do where I take him and I'm going to angle him probably about the 7 or 8 o'clock position on the controller. So he's going to go that direction there, and then I'm going to go out here, and then I'm going to cover that fullback or whoever might be leaking out there. So let's go ahead and run this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, and then if you look at it, you still get the pressure. The difference is you look at this, and I got a couple different screenshots I want to show you here that I took earlier just for this breakdown. So let me go back in here and show you the screenshots here. All right, the first one you're seeing here on your screen is, if you look at it, this is the one where this linebacker's blitzing. So I went ahead and manually blitzed him. I stayed in control of him. So initially, once that ball was snapped, I allowed him to, to go ahead and blitz, and then I dropped him, and then I'm dropping him in coverage, trying to go out here and cover this guy. The problem with that is you can look at your screen there. If you're looking at it, let's zoom in a little bit. You can see clearly that I'm quite a bit away from that running back or fullback, or whoever that might be going out there. I'm quite a bit of a distance. All right, let's go to the next screenshot because I want to show you guys this and kind of explain this to you a little bit more as I'm going into this breakdown. So let's go to another screenshot. This next one is the one where I don't hot route the linebacker. So the linebacker has not been hot routed here to blitz. Remember, this is the one where I put him into the gap. So I put him in this gap here before the ball is snapped. And then once the ball snapped, I take that angle that I showed earlier where I go over here towards this direction here. And then I go out here. If you look at it, you'll notice that, let's go ahead and zoom in here. You can kind of just tell without me even having to zoom in, but you can see I'm clearly covering this guy a lot better than I was over here. And the third screenshot really just going to really show this. And it's because I end up taking two screenshots and basically drop the opacity down so you guys could really see this. So let's go ahead and zoom in again. If you really look at it, you can really see what I wanted to show, what I'm going through here. Same linebacker, same linebacker. Both these guys are the same as you look at your screen there. The linebacker here is the one where I don't manually blitz him. He's not blitzed. He's not been hot routed to blitz. Whereas this one is where he's hot routed to blitz. So you can see the difference in the coverages there as far as what they're going to do based on what I did versus hot routing him to blitz versus not hot routing him to blitz. And that's what this write-up was about, or at least this video breakdown's about. We still get the same result, the sacks, but in this case, because he's not hot routed to blitz, I can get him out a lot quicker to cover that flat than I could earlier. So that's something I want you guys to think about when you guys are blitzing and not blitzing in some of the videos that I'm showing. I wanted to explain that to you guys because I want you guys to understand that's what the reason behind that. Okay, the other thing is, if you go back to this screenshot here, let's go back to this one here. This is the one where I'm not blitzing and I'm allowing that defender out here to go ahead and cover. The other thing is that you can switch once you get let's go back in here one more time here into the actual play because I want to show this to you, and I'll try to get to work the way I want to show you. But now, what's going to happen is when I show this, you're going to switch to the closest defender to the quarterback. Now, you may not always get the linebacker. Hopefully, you do. But then that's going to allow you to make sure that you take control of them. So watch what I'm going to do here. This is if you don't, it's as if you want to switch. So I'm going to go ahead and run this defense here and watch what happens on your screen here as you watch here. I'm going to go ahead and get us live here right now. We're in an image right here. Let's go live here and take a look at this. So right now we're live right here. And again, I'm in control of this linebacker as you look. And as you look at it, I don't have him blitzing, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. I'm going to go ahead and run him into this area here. And then I can take control of that linebacker that's blitzing off the edge and get pressure on him and make sure that I get to the quarterback. Maybe that quarterback tries to take off and run. Now I'm in control of that linebacker and I can chase him down. Maybe I can get some pressure on him. So that allows you to switch over to that linebacker and get the pressure on the quarterback yourself. So that's nice. So you still get the pressure that you're looking for, that you're seeking. And also it allows you to, actually I got caught up on that one, but my point is, if I didn't get caught up, that would have worked a little better. But anyways, you can switch. And at this case here, you can switch to this linebacker here and get your own and be in control of them. And if they were to leave the running back or halfback in, if you got an X factor, then you can use some of the pass rush moves, and hopefully you don't get chop blocked by the fullback or the halfback, and maybe you can use some pass rush moves to get around him. So that's kind of the idea of that as far as what I'm trying to show. Let's run it one more time here. Like I said, I got caught up last time I ran this. I didn't mean to get caught up there. And right there, I can get a hold of them and make the sack myself. So that's kind of what I wanted to show with that. So let's go into another example of another defense you can run with the same ideas that I'm showing here. Let's go into this 3-4 bear. Let's find this. We're going to run this defense right here. This is going to be the pinch dog 3 out of the 3-4 bear. And as far as the offense, this is run that same play. The curls. So we're going to run the curls, and then we're going to run the pinch dog 3 out of the 3-4 bear. All right. So we're going to do this a couple different ways here. I'm going to show you one way that guys might show you something. They might show you this blitz right here. So what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and move him into the gap, and then they're going to allow him to go ahead and fake blitz with the idea that they're looking to get pressure off the edge from one of these linebackers. I believe probably the one you're going to see here, the way I got this set up, it's probably going to come from this linebacker here. So let's go ahead and run it, and then we're going to drop him back. Now, this is fine. This is totally fine. I mean, this might be a blitz I would show, you know, in a breakdown. I would actually go through this and show you the breakdown of this because you're still getting good coverage. You're in control of the linebacker that's playing the hook zone. So you're in control of him, and you're basically just going to fake blitz him. Again, you're just trying to get somebody to look to block you. In this case, you're looking to get, I believe, the center to look to block you here. And then once the center commits, you just drop back and you're going to take this away. All right, and that's fine. That's another way of running this. Absolutely nothing wrong with doing this in this scenario. And you still get the pressure on the quarterback, right? Or if you didn't want to do that and you wanted to be a little bit different, you could take control of this linebacker. This is the guy dropping in the flat there, the curl flat, or we'll call it seam flat. And you could do the same thing with him, but don't blitz him this time and do what I showed earlier. And you could go at an angle and then release him, let him drop, and then take control of your linebacker or the blitzing linebacker. So you still get the exact same effect. You get to control the curl flat defender if you want. See, if you go back and rewind this a little bit, you can see I'm going out here. If you look in here and zoom in, you can see that I'm clearly going out this direction. You can also see that you're getting some blockers looking, at least in this case, it looks like we're getting the left guard to look to block me. I'm getting the pressure off the edge from the linebacker. So I'm getting everything the same thing. I'm just getting a little bit of a different look. So you get a little bit of a different look with controlling different guys. So you could run essentially the same defense. And if you really think about this, you could give your opponent two different looks. You could have your opponent thinking, well, which is he running a different defense because he just took control of a different guy and put him in a different gap. So it can be a little bit confusing for him. So this gives you the exact same defense, two different looks that you can run. The other thing is, now imagine this, guys, if you're sitting in a hot seat and you got your friend playing, like for example, when I play here, a lot of times I'll play my son and his friends. If I take control of this guy and I show this screen right here and I go ahead and hot route him I go ahead and show this screen and they see this, well, they probably have a pretty good idea I might be blitzing this guy. Even though they don't see the blitz, when they see that, they might be thinking I'm blitzing them. Whereas doing it like this, they have no idea what I'm doing. There's none of that screen pops up. They have no idea if I'm blitzing them or not. They don't know if that guy's blitzing to begin with. They have no idea because I never had this screen pop up or anything like that. It shows that. And I never had this screen pop up that you're seeing on your screen right now. So in the hot seat, it's a little bit more deceiving to who's blitzing and not blitzing, because right here you kind of tipped your hand off. If you're going to move this guy over here and you're going to show that screen that I'm showing on you right now, you're showing this screen in a hot seat versus online where they don't see this. Two different things, hot seat versus online. There's two different things here. If it's a hot seat, they can see that. So with that said, I just wanted to go through this whole breakdown with you guys and kind of explain myself a little bit more than what I did in that video that I showed with the outside linebacker strike 2 out of the 3-4 under. I didn't show it as probably really needed to show this, and I didn't. And so I wanted to go back over it again and explain it, and in the process kind of give you guys another defense as well in the process, so you guys didn't feel like you're wasting your time watching this video. So again, I know these videos are long, guys. This one's going on, darn near 15 minutes or so. But again, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Keep on watching them and, keep on hitting those like buttons. I appreciate that. Hey Madden gamers, if you enjoy this Madden video or any other video, please subscribe to the Madden Guides YouTube channel. And as always, thanks for watching and for your support.